Hey guys, my name's Tremaine. This is David.
David Allison.
Allison. Yeah, there you go. Hey. So we just saw the movie. What movie did we just see?
Death on the Nile.
Death?
2022.
22 version. Yeah, we didn't see the older version
No.
for some reason.
Yeah,
but
for some weird reason.
some
It's
weird
not
reason in the theater. Yeah, it wasn't in the theater. We tried at the theater, but they only had the new one. But yeah, okay, so what did you guys think of the movie? And by I say you guys, I mean you, David. What did you think of the movie?
Thank you. I thought it was terrible.
It was awful. It was a terrible movie. This
Yeah,
movie
really
was
bad.
This movie was very bad. It was very bad. But the thing is, like, a lot of people might be like, "Oh, well, you probably hated the first one." No, we didn't hate the first
Really
one.
liked it.
I love the first one. I love the first
Very
one.
hopeful. I was very hopeful for this one. Actually, I told you this was the only movie that I was antanticipating seeing right now.
Yeah, this was actually your
excited to
choice.
see.
This is David's choice. So he asked
But
me
it
what
fell
I wanted to
short.
see. I said either Scream or Moonfall, and he said
He said,
Death on
"No,
Nile.
that's
Which
not gonna happen."
Death on Nile? Well, yeah, he did say that. He's like, no, that's not happening. It's like, this is my show, is what he told me.
That's
And
what I
was
said
like,
exactly.
yeah, and I was just like, oh, whatever David says goes.
It's not what you said. I can show them the text message.
So like, but like, I didn't even know that this movie was out yet. But I've been stoked about it. I've been wanting to see it. And yeah, we saw it. It was, man, how's the best way to describe it? It was like
Dull.
Dull, yeah. Bland, boring, dull. Nothing happened. There's no murder on the Death on the Nile until like past halfway. Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah,
alert,
and
I guess.
Yeah, spoiler alert, I guess. But
Should we spoiler alert it?
Yes, I guess
yeah,
so.
so spoiler,
You
guys.
don't really care about anybody in the movie.
I'm just gonna say, don't watch this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, just save your time and don't watch the movie. Okay, like if you really want to watch the movie, you can. Then don't watch the rest of this review because we're gonna spoil a lot of things. But like nothing really happens in this movie until like over an hour in. Like,
And even then, it's not that much of a shock or anything. I think the first one, what was it, Murder on the Orient Express, it had a lot of crescendo sort of to the movie where it had a nice like twist and peak at the end. This one just sort of, I don't know, what it fizzled out. It never really captured your attention to begin with.
dude, yeah, the first one, it had
I'm
my
gonna turn this
attention.
off.
Yeah, turn it off. Okay, that makes it really dark. I guess we can.
Well, I mean,
Well, no. I don't want you to get pulled over. We can resume later. Let's resume later.
Okay.
Let's resume later. Okay, we'll resume. Okay, so we've arrived. We're not driving anymore. We're not being dangerous drivers. We're being safe. We're in a parking lot and we're parked. So, okay, so we already told you guys that the movie was terrible.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yep.
It's not bad. It's not
good.
good.
Yeah. It's
Or-
not even one of those movies where you kind of go, it's not good, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's like it just kind of is bad.
Right, like some movies, it's like, oh, well, it's worth watching. Like sometimes I don't regret watching a movie. Like I don't regret watching this because like I was watching it with him, and we were like joking around and laughing the whole time. But like,
Yeah.
if I were to watch this alone, I would have left the theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting so hard to get into this movie, and it just never happened. It just never happened.
No, it never did. I would say some movies that are poorly written or something, at least you can be entertained by one of the actors' performances, or you can be entertained by the scenery in the movie, or there's something that keeps your attention. It didn't really have any of that. There's a couple. Some of the scenery is cool looking, but
Yeah,
it was like,
scenery is cool, but like there were a lot of scenes.
Yeah,
There's times where it's like they're on the river. You're on the River Nile.
yeah.
But it's green screen. You could tell it's green screen, and it looks really terrible. Like the characters are there, and it's like a perfect sunset. I'm like, this doesn't look right. It doesn't look. You know. And then you have the fake mustache, which you brought up a really good point. What did you say about Kenneth Branagh? We were talking about Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah. So in the end of the movie, this is the big reveal.
Big
so
reveal,
spoiler alert.
Spoiler, guys.
It shows him in this blues bar with his sort of love interest. I don't know what
Yeah,
she is. I don't know.
quasi
It
girlfriend. Yeah, whatever.
doesn't- and he's got no mustache on, and he's got these big crazy scars where his mustache was. So I don't know. We missed the first like 5 minutes. Of the movie.
Did.
So apparently there
5
was
to
some
10
like
minutes.
shrapnel that hit him or something.
I saw the first. I saw a bit, and then I went to the bathroom. But it was in black and white at the beginning.
But
and he was in the.
I was trying to understand if the reveal was trying to say that, you know, show us like, oh, his mustache was fake the whole time because he has these scars that he's trying to cover up, so he sticks on a fake mustache. Or if it was saying he grew out that mustache because he was ashamed or hiding his scars, and then he shaved it off in the end of the movie because he's happy with himself now or something. But I mean, if he had those scars, he wouldn't have been able to grow that mustache anyway. So it's a fake mustache,
right? So we were saying
like
so if it was a fake mustache, and he obviously he wanted it to be obvious that it was a fake mustache because it was obvious that it was fake. It was
like, what did you say? It looked like silicone.
It looked like nylon, or like
nylon.
you said, like those little brushes that you're brushing, you know,
like a broom.
Like a broom. It was like a broom, like a nylon broom, and it looked awful. Like the goatee looked terrible. It looked fake. It was distracting. To me, it was very distracting.
I know that sounds like nitpicking, but like
it's not, dude.
If it were in like a movie that, you know, didn't have such a huge budget, like it would be okay, whatever. But like, what's the point? I don't know.
Well, to me, it's like just either one, make something that's more realistic, or two,
just tell Kenneth Branagh to just grow a mustache.
To grow a damn mustache, and then style it. You know, for a Hollywood budget like that, like. This movie, I don't know the exact budget. I'll put it right here. My guess is that it's around $100 million, probably. $100 million, you know, for a movie. I mean, I hope it wasn't $100 million. Maybe it was like $50 million. But like, dude, you could afford a better looking mustache for that type of money, you know.
Russell Brand was in the movie too, which I haven't seen him in anything in a while. But I kept thinking that they were going to reintroduce his character like midway through the movie, and he was going to become an integral part of the story or something, but he popped in here and there. I would say every 30 minutes he would come in and say one line, 2 lines. And
right.
It wasn't integral to the story at all. He would just say something like that didn't matter. And he was playing a straight man. There was no like anything funny. He never had a single funny line, which okay, he's doing something different.
Interesting,
but
completely
it's like,
different,
why did they even cast him if he wasn't going to do anything that he's good at? You know?
Well, it was funny because like as I was saying, as I'm the most interested in this character, I'm most interested in Russell Brand's character. Like I'm like, who's this guy? And then he's the doctor, and then there's like a confession, like he loved the girl himself or whatever. But like they didn't do enough with it. So it again, like what he was saying, there's literally no point in her even being. Are you okay? Of him. I don't know what's going on here. There's like weird stuff going on at this parking lot. There's this truck that's like watching us. It's okay. There's obnoxiously parked. How dare they be obnoxiously? So it was a letdown, to say the least. Not a good movie. I don't recommend it. I would not recommend this film to anybody. Unless you want to watch a movie about how to make a really boring movie.
It was boring. That's the other thing I brought up is the only word I can think of was it was just boring.
That's literally the worst. Like as a filmmaker myself, if someone says it's boring, that's probably the biggest insult you could ever get.
It can be a crappy movie, but not boring.
Right, yeah. If someone hates it, like, at least they get some kind of reaction out of it. But, like, if it's boring, it's like, it's boring. And, like, we asked the people at the end, and I was like, hey, what'd you guys think of it? I asked the people behind us. And they're like, we liked it. We liked it.
Yeah. I think they just felt like they had to say that.
Yeah. So we got to compare that to talking about Foo Fighters fans, where there's like people that there's no diehard fans. I'm sorry. Are there diehard Foo Fighters fans? I'm sure they're out there somewhere, but I feel like Foo Fighters is a band where it's like, do you like Foo Fighters? Like,
a little bland. They're a good band though. They're a good
I like them. They're all right. Yeah, you know, but they're not like, I love the Foo Fighters. You know, there's no one that's gonna be a diehard Death of the Nile fan, and if they are, I don't know.
However, pivotal performance out of Armie Hammer.
But which part?
The whole performance.
You thought it was okay? See, he's joking. I thought you were serious about it. See, that right there, guys, was better acting than anything in Death of the Nile. Right there. Take notes, David Allison, the actor. Yeah. So we've probably talked about this movie enough. Rating out of 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars, I give it one star. Out of 100, I gave it 27 was what my number was out of 100.
Okay.
My Rotten Tomatoes score.
27, which is pretty consistent.
Which is close to about a 1 star. Yeah.
That guy got. Wow, that's a really tiny man. He's very small, very short.
You should cut that part out.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not filming him.
I'm just saying.
He's finally getting out of his truck. He's a very tiny, short man.
It's a big truck though.
Yeah, but huge truck. Huge truck. Okay. Okay, cool. I feel more comfortable now. Okay. Yeah, it was a letdown to say the least, and it ended up, even though we didn't predict it, it kind of was predictable because I feel like our predictions were, because he thought Russell Brand was going to be the killer. I thought the mother's son, which doesn't make any sense, but like if you guys watch the movie, the mother's son, like every son has a mother, I guess.
I thought it was gonna be Russell Brand just for the fact that I kind of vaguely remembered the first one, the Orient Express one, having like they went through every character, and then the person you least traditionally like expected in the story was the one it was, you know, the person that was least talked about and stuff. So like Russell Brand had the smallest part, so I thought he was gonna come in and have like a scene where it was showing him doing it.
Was like big reveal, right?
Yeah, exactly. But,
dude, that would have been amazing. Like that would have been incredible if that were to happen. If it was him the whole time,
and he would have like an actual cool scene where he's acting and stuff. But it never happened.
It didn't happen. Yeah, it was kind of like a waste of Russell Brand. Like and again, he stood out in the whole movie. I guess when you're looking at all these characters that are not that interesting, he definitely stood out big time. And I'm like, oh wow! And he's like saying the least. I'm like, wow, I'm more interested in this character than anyone else. But then they just kind of squandered him a bit. And then he had this big moment where they were like interrogating him, and he said, "Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, I did love her, but it wasn't me." And then that was it. Then he wasn't in the movie the rest of the time.
Yeah.
So anyway. Oh, there we go. Oh, see. Oh wow. Now we're both lit. Okay. We lit. Okay, so we talked about this movie enough, I think, probably.
Yeah.
But, you know, Death of the Nile, I give it half a star out of 5. Half a star. Didn't even deserve 1. I mean, but 1 is pretty fair. Maybe I'm a little bit harsh. Half a star, but that's kind of my inkling. Half a star. Death of the Nile. Don't watch it. Don't.
It's a waste of time.
Complete waste of time.
Boring.
Waste of time. Unless you watch it with a friend and you make fun of it the whole time.
Just watch the trailer. The trailer looks cool.
The trailer
makes it look cool.
It does make it look cool. Like something happened. We were waiting for something to happen the whole damn time, and nothing ever happened.
People would die, but
eventually
then you'd kind of like not even really remember who the person was that died. You're like, wait, who was that again?
Yeah, I don't even know the second person because like 3 people died. I don't remember the second person. There was some lady that died, but I don't remember who it was. I thought it was the other love interest, but
and then the other thing is Kenneth Branagh's character. He tries to be this like Sherlock Holmes, like this happened, this happened, like interrogating everyone. But it never really shows like anything happening.
Yeah, and it didn't really click either though, because like most of the time when a character like that has this thing, it's like, oh shit, wow, like he revealed all this stuff that we didn't see that was right in front of our eyes the whole time. But it was like supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was just like, oh.
And it was just a dull performance by him, unfortunately.
Very dull. Very dull. Very dull performance. Well, anyway, well, thank you guys so much.
His mustache wasn't dull, though. It was shiny.
It was very shiny. It was very shiny. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, click that like button. And if you want to see more, what do?
Excuse me? What do I do?
Subscribe. Yeah.
Oh, like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you. All right, David.
What I do.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.